Now, a senior Tory MP is calling on David Cameron to consider forming an electoral pact with UKIP. Michael Fabricant, a party vice-chairman, told Sky News the alliance could be necessary to stop the Conservatives losing out in marginal seats at the next general election.
We're living in a different sort of time of politics, and I'm not incidentally discussing a coalition with the UKIP. What I am suggesting is a simple electoral pact. I've not spoken, by the way, to UKIP. I'm simply basing it on a speech that Nigel Farage gave at his party conference in 2012.
Well, let's get the view then of UKIP. Their leader, Nigel Farage, joins us now live from Westminster. A very good morning to you, Nigel Farage. What do you make of Michael Fabricant's ideas? What do you make of this deal? Are you tempted?
Well, a lot of people are saying that, not just Michael Fabricant. I'm getting it from Tory associations up and down the country. There are two reasons this is happening. The first is that UKIP's poll ratings have risen very sharply over the course of the last year or two. And the second is that the areas that we're campaigning on are much closer to the hearts of Tory activists and voters than the things that Mr Cameron talks about. So I think for both of those reasons, this is being suggested. However, there is a slight problem that Michael Fabricant seems to think that we can be bought off with me being offered a post in government and UKIP then pack their tent and go home. Well, that's not going to happen. We are a different political party with a full manifesto. However, we do recognise that the fact that 75% of our laws are made somewhere else is absolutely a key issue, and we'd love to have a referendum on it. The difficulty is, if the Tories came to us with a deal and Mr Cameron said, well, look, I will give the country an in-out referendum, well, how on earth could we trust him, given that he gave a cast-iron guarantee on a referendum once before? And the second problem that's emerged over this weekend is that when this big row blew up on Saturday over those foster parents in Rotherham having the children taken from them, everybody, from Ed Miliband through to Michael Gove, said it's quite wrong for this to happen. UKIP is not a racist party. And yet Mr Cameron, the Prime Minister, basically repeated his unpleasant allegation against us that he made back in 2006. So the real obstacle to any deal with the Conservative Party is the Conservative Party leader.
So would you have felt differently about this deal before this weekend and those comments from Downing Street, given the fact that Michael Fabricant there was suggesting his idea essentially came from you in the first place? Yeah,
I mean, I said very clearly at our conference that if the Conservative Party, or for that matter the Labour Party, gave a promise to give a full, free, fair referendum on our continued membership of the European Union, then in that situation, of course, we'd sit down round the table and discuss what could be done. And I meant that in good faith. But when you have the leader of the party, many of whom's activist is proposing this idea, still saying that he thinks UKIP contains elements of racism, well, frankly, that makes it rather impossible.
Well, the idea of a pact doesn't look very likely anyway as far as Downing Street is concerned. They're not making the warmest of noises about it. But what do you feel about the fact that it's been raised at all? I mean, it's useful for your party, isn't it?
Oh, I suppose it is, but let me put the message back. I mean, if you're a Conservative out there, whether you're an activist, a member, an MP, a member of the House of Lords, you know, if, like us, you believe getting this referendum on getting back the ability to govern our own country is vital, then you've got two things you can do. Either you come and join UKIP, or you get rid of Mr Cameron.
Well, I mean, I'm going to go back to the deal as well, but you talked about one of the reasons you didn't like the idea was you being bought off by potentially being given a job in government and the party being told to pack up and go. But being offered a job in government would be pretty useful, isn't it? Wouldn't that be your best chance of getting a job in government? There
are two types of people in politics. There are those that do politics for rank, position and title, and there are those that get into politics out of conviction because they believe in the things. I had a successful career in the City of London, which I gave up midstream to do this. I want to free my country from the European Union, to get back our birthright, to get back our independence. That is my number one priority.
And if the government do announce an in-out referendum, I mean, you've got what you wanted, but that would be the end of the party, would it?
No, because we have a full agenda for how that Britain would be governed once we're freed from the EU. And, you know, everything right through from our absolute belief that grammar school education gave poor children from poor backgrounds big opportunities, to our view that what we're doing in the name of combating global warming is damaging manufacturing industry in this country. There's a full range of policies out there that UKIP stands on. And even if they do promise an in-out referendum after the next election, how on earth do we know that this man will keep his word, given that he's broken it already?
Nigel Farage, we appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.